Welcome to another episode of Reasonably Shady. I am Gizelle Bryant.
What's up? What's up? This is Robyn Dixon. Thank you for being here with us once again. Yes. Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. Okay, and Giselle's out of her work conference.
Oh, she is back from the work conference. Back live.
Yes, I'm in the
coming
building.
from Robyn's house.
Yes. You know what? It's so crazy because we've been doing this for a very long time. Not a very long time, but a long time.
Yeah, like 4 years.
Yeah.
Almost 4 full years.
Yeah.
Right?
And, yeah. And it dawned upon me recently, as I was driving here today, oh my God, we have a podcast.
Right.
Like when we were doing Potomac and it was season 4 and you were like, oh my God, we're on TV.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yes.
We have a podcast.
Yes, we have a podcast.
This is not a fluke, people. Not a fluke.
It's not. And I feel I love it. We hear from more and more people for the first time. You know, we do have our regulars.
Yes.
Who write in or message us. But I feel like we're hearing from a lot of new people.
Yeah.
That are just sending love and praise or, their first email. Oh, this is my first time emailing. So I think that's awesome that we're building is it a listenership?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our audience.
Our audience. We're building the audience.
You're our audience.
Y'all be loving us. Okay. So thank y'all, everybody who yesterday watched the Real Housewives of Potomac season 9, season premiere, all the things. Thank you.
I wasn't one of those.
Okay, moving on. So,
okay, I'm sorry. I was just being shady.
Yeah.
This is reasonably shady.
Yes, that was the shady part. You're not supposed to be shady, Robyn. Okay, but I'm gonna be very reasonable. Robyn's being shady, I'm not mad at it. But yes,
I didn't watch
when last season, or the season before that, or the season before that.
Right.
So yeah, it's par for the course. Okay, so I am October 21st having a live show. Chicago Stand Up. I'm coming to Chicago, and it is. Somebody was like, "Well, Gizelle, what are you going to be doing?" We're going to be laughing. We're going to be dancing. We're going to be partying like rock stars, and it's just me and y'all, and we're going to kick it.
Okay.
Yes.
That
So
sounds like fun.
be prepared for me to ask you some questions. They're going to be shady.
Okay.
And you have to answer them.
So you're going to ask the audience questions. Can they ask you questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, this is crowd participation, people.
Okay.
So get into it. It is at the City Winery in Chicago, October 21st.
All right. Sounds fun.
Yes. Okay. So also another, I think that's all the announcements I have. So reasonably shady moment, Robyn?
So you remember last week I talked about the dock workers that are about to go on strike?
Yes.
And so they are now on strike.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, it's just you're like, okay, what kind of stuff is going to be affected? Like, okay, cars, furniture. I'm like, okay, I'm all good. I got all the stuff that I need. I don't have all the stuff that I need for my business. So I was like, oh, thank God my treatment beds have already made it here.
Right.
Yeah, no.
For Glow 30.
Yes. The treatment beds for my business, Glow 30, are on a ship that's scheduled to reach the dock
when?
This weekend.
Okay.
And yeah.
So what
happens? Going to sit there.
Okay, so that's what happens with the strike. So they don't come off the boat.
No, they don't come off the boat. The boat is just going to sit in water for as long as it takes the dock workers to get back to work.
Well, I think they're going to figure this out quick.
I hope so. One of our great buddy listeners, Derek Dash, works at the dock. So mine is going into the New York port. And and so I was messaging him. I'm like,
help a sister out.
I'm like, how's it going?
Get my tables.
I hope y'all get what y'all need right away.
Oh, totally.
But he said they're far apart. The sides are far apart.
And the sides are far apart.
The sides are far apart. They made an offer to the workers that was way less than what they want to accept. And so we got a little ways to go. And then I'm worried because now I'm seeing these posts about the man that's in charge of the union, of the dock workers union. And supposedly he is a Trump supporter. So supposedly this is intentional
Oh, Jesus.
to create chaos in the U.S. economy.
Wow.
As we approach
the election. Wow.
Because this strike could potentially cost up to over $4 billion per day.
Oh, God.
Right.
Well, everybody's buying up all the toilet paper.
And which that's unnecessary. It's not like
they make toilet paper in the United States.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's not necessary.
Domestic.
Exactly. I saw like a news report today and they were like, that is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do that.
Right. One ply.
Right.
Go ahead.
I mean, so they're just like I said, like it's people who, if you're ordering furniture or cars, like stuff like that. But yeah, this could potentially cost the country $4 billion a day.
All the tricks that we play in order to get elected into the presidency.
Right. So I'm hoping that's not the case. By the way, Derek Dash was on the Joe Budden podcast talking about this.
Oh, was
he?
So
shout out to Derek. So
go Derek.
Right.
Get your podcast on.
Yes.
Go Derek.
He sent me a picture like he's like in the room with them. I'm like, oh, that's so awesome.
Oh,
that's so funny.
And Joe Budden of all people.
Yeah.
Joe seems like a wild one. I would like to have a conversation with him.
His podcast is really popular.
Yeah, totally.
Makes a lot of money.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, so my treatment beds are.
So who's the shady people here? The dock workers, the strike?
Life.
Who's shady?
Life
is shady. Life be shady.
Life. Just life.
Life.
I mean, really, they should have. These beds were ordered a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so they should have been here. I thought they were going to be here by the end of August because I was worried about like, oh, well, where am I going to store them while my space is still being built out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so now that's not an issue, but so I guess you could say the shady people are the manufacturers, who didn't ship them out right away, or maybe the boat driver who didn't drive fast enough across the ocean. I don't know.
But we got to get this handled because Glow 30 we're moving forward with Glow 30.
Oh yeah. No, it's going to open. We're going to like have some temporary beds in there.
Okay.
You know, we're going to make it happen, but it's just an inconvenience.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like the beds are really nice. They're heated. They're motorized. You know,
I cannot wait.
Press a button up and down.
Yeah.
All that. But for now, I'll probably have to do one of them little like flat massage tables, you know.
Or like the tables that's used at the barbecue, like rectangular tables that you put.
A folding table.
Folding table. There we go. It's okay, y'all. Just work with Robyn. Just work with her.
Yes, but that's like the stress of being a business owner, like to this degree.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a space and equipment and overhead and employees, like this is one of those things. So. But once we get it going, it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
I know Juan's proud of you.
He is. He's very proud of me. Like, and when we go visit the space, he's like, oh my gosh. Like, he's like, this is so cool.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, my shady moment is, of course, them children.
Of course.
So I was on my work. I just got back from my work vacation.
Your extended work conference.
My work conference. That's right. Not a work. Damn sure not a vacation. And I was 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
Time wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my children like 17 times, like the time difference.
Right.
And every day Adore called me at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Because it was her 7:30.
Right.
And she just wanted to talk to me
like
before she
way to
started
class.
her day. Yes. And I would literally be like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, fine. And I would talk to her.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I was like, Adore, I'm tired. Click. And then like, wouldn't that signal like I'm not going to continue to wake my mother up every day?
Yes. This sounds like what the people in my house do to me.
It was every day. And then it would be, so I would hang up on her and then it'd be followed by Angel and then it'd be followed. Well, Grace kind of sleeps in. She was calling me later in the day, but like them twins.
Oh my
them
gosh.
Twins.
I would have, you should have blocked them.
Listen, if I could get away with it, I would. But that was very shady.
So would they be like, oh, I forgot? Or
no, they'd be like, oh, Mom, we just thought maybe you'd be up at 4:30 when I told you yesterday. I hung up on you. And mind you, it's super bright where they are.
Yeah.
It would be pitch black.
Right.
I'm answering the phone. It's pitch black.
Yes.
And they're just carrying on a conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thank you, Shady Twins.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now you've caught up on your sleep.
Yes, I am. Now, I quickly want to get into Beverly Hills really quickly.
Okay.
Because I did see kind of like they're about to premiere. And they kind of like had a sneak peek like promo of sorts. And it's kind of very risque.
Yeah, it was like burlesque.
It was cloak and dagger.
Yes.
It was excitement.
Yes.
Intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that for Potomac?
I know
Where has that ever been for
you
Potomac?
all are in a flower. You looking at y'all stuff makes me want to sneeze. My allergies.
I just want to know why we are not created equally. Like this is just ridiculous.
I know.
So that's just
that's Beverly Hills.
That's my side. My side.
Beverly
Shady
Hills
moment.
is the literal diamond jewel of the network.
Yes. And we're the flower and everybody gets allergies.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes.
Okay. So
can we before we get into like all the mess in the shade.
Yeah.
I want to give my deepest sympathies, condolences to the people affected by Hurricane Helene.
Yes.
So we got a letter from Lauren Crook. She says, "Hi, Gizelle and Robyn. First off, I love listening to your podcast and love watching you both. Robyn, I'm so sad you're not returning." Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to blah, 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 blah. Congratulations. Last podcast, Gizelle mentioned how Hurricane Helene was inconveniencing her. At the time of the recording, I'm sure there wasn't news out yet about the devastation it caused to Western North Carolina, but I wanted to make you both aware of how bad it is. I'm a native to Asheville, North Carolina, but I'm currently in college in Greensboro, North Carolina, where the storm had no effect on us. However, my whole immediate family and friends are in Asheville currently with no power, water, or cell service.
Oh.
I've been able to make contact and they are okay, but so many others are not. There are smaller mountain towns that are not getting the news attention that have been completely wiped out.
Oh my God.
Gone. The news isn't doing a good job of showing how bad it is down there, but I've heard some awful things. They are comparing it to Hurricane Katrina, but in the mountains. So you can only imagine how horrible it is. If you go on TikTok and look up Western North Carolina, you can get a better understanding how bad it is since the news isn't doing a good job. So many of the roads I've driven on every day are not there anymore. There are many people who live up in the mountains that are completely stranded because the one road that can get them to and from their house is non-existent. It is so incredibly sad, and I'm so worried about all the people who are still missing. There's a town called Chimney Rock that is completely gone, and I would suggest to look that up too. A few of the smaller towns that haven't been mentioned as much are Swannanoa, Black Mountain, Hendersonville, Old Fort, Brevard, Hot Springs, Silva, Saluda, Waynesville, and so many more. They're still rescuing people, and the body tolls keep growing. We have a long road ahead of us, and I'm praying for everyone's safety. So, and she keeps going on. And so I just wanted to send love, sympathy, condolences, concern to the people affected by Hurricane Helene. The news is not doing a good job of reporting on this devastating hurricane at all. I remember with Hurricane Katrina, and they're comparing this devastation to Hurricane Katrina.
Oh wow.
I just see an alert. The death toll soars to I can't read today. The death toll soars to 200 after Georgia and Florida officials report more deaths. So they're saying it's like the devastation is like Katrina. I remember with Katrina, it was like on the news all day, every day. Remember they had the it's not funny but not funny. The fundraiser where Kanye West was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Doesn't care about black people.
But they had a whole telethon. What is that called? Yeah, telethon. And raising money. You don't hear anything about this. And it's
I think
really bad.
I think Katrina was like one of the first big ones, right? That we could remember.
I guess.
Like prior to that, right?
Like major.
And I feel like every time, every year around this time, there's another like semi Katrina.
Yeah.
And I think we're like desensitized to it, which
so
is
desensitized
terrible.
Right.
But no, I didn't know. And what's so crazy is I knew it hit Tallahassee because of Grace, and I knew it bothered like parts of Georgia, Atlanta. A friend of mine, a tree fell on his car and on his house, but I didn't know anything about North Carolina.
And it's Western North Carolina. It's in the mountains. And imagine a major storm affecting the mountains. Like all the houses are literally sliding. They're sliding down in landslides. Like
Jesus,
they are sliding away.
And when you think of a hurricane, you definitely don't think of the mountains.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So I mean, I've seen people, she was saying people were like having to sit on top of the roof of their house, and then the roof collapsed.
I saw that.
Yeah, she watched her family disappear into the water. I mean, this is just crazy. So I want to send love to everyone affected by that. If, the people who are still there, the people who are worried about their loved ones.
Yeah.
I do believe hopefully the government and FEMA is providing the support.
Yes, they are.
That they need. But I mean, yeah. So I just want to, and I know like we talked about it, and it was an inconvenience. And it was like, well, thank God that they're safe. But we just want to acknowledge that there's people that are really affected by that.
Our hearts go out to all of them, praying for them. And moving forward, like we see, global warming is a real thing.
Yes.
So when you are voting, in November,
and that's what Lauren said. She said, if Donald Trump wins, he won't give a F about what happens in a natural disaster. And I'm sure there will be no help with rebuilding our community. Also, global warming for sure had an impact on this hurricane. And Trump and the other Republicans could care less. Lauren Crook said that.
Yeah. So Lauren, we're saying people, you have to keep in mind when you vote that you need to vote for somebody that understands that global warming is a real thing. It's a real thing. We've been saying this for a while now. It is.
I mean, even here, when's the last time we had a bad snowstorm?
It's been, well, no, because didn't we get one?
No.
Okay. It's been a minute.
No.
Yes. No. My fur coats that I don't have, Peter, don't come for me. I don't wear them anymore. Peter.
You don't get to wear 'em.
I don't get to wear them. Okay, so we do need to switch over to the nonsense because I have a
bone
to pick.
Wanted to,
I have a bone to pick.
All right, pick it.
Christian Siriano.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So he was on Watch What Happens Live with Andrew Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what he said?
No. I mean, about dressing a housewife or something?
Yeah. So he was like, Andy asked, does he work with any housewives? And he was like, actually, I don't. And I've met Christian before.
Christian Siriano, if y'all don't know, is a fashion designer.
He's a fashion designer.
He won
Project Runway.
Project Runway. Yeah.
Actually, I watched that whole episode of Project Runway when he won. This was a very long time ago. I met him when I did Project Runway because we had a couple housewives on. Long story short, he said he doesn't work with housewives because they don't pay.
Right.
As if we're all broke.
Right.
Now, there are some very broke housewives.
Right.
No question about it.
And there are some housewives that want things for free.
That too. Right. I was getting to that. So, and there are housewives that refuse to pay for anything.
Right.
I understand that too. But you cannot give a blanket statement.
True.
It's just like saying, making a racial statement.
Yeah.
Cannot do that. Christian.
Right.
If I would have gotten a dress from you, I would have paid for it.
Right.
I would have not have asked for it to be free. I would have just paid for it.
Right.
As a matter of fact, send me one. I'm not paying for it.
Right.
Christian, it's not fair. Don't treat us like that.
Yes.
It's kind of like, when they say like all housewives are idiots.
Right.
Yes.
But I think he probably honestly has not interacted with a lot of housewives. So
True.
Maybe he probably has received phone calls or emails from a housewives rep that's like, oh, I represent
so-and-so.
So-and-so. And she wants to wear your clothes. Send her something now. She's going to be making appearances.
Yeah.
She's going to be doing press for her show and she wants clothes.
Yeah.
And so that's probably the experience that he has with housewives.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know that, shit. He don't know that I could have gone on Saks and purchased a Christian Siriano outfit.
Totally.
You know?
Right. And if you're going to say that about housewives, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Say who they are.
Right.
Say who refused to pay.
Right.
Say who just wants something for free. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of us out here.
Yeah.
Not really. It's just like 150.
No, it's a lot. I mean, that's a lot.
That's enough.
That's a lot. I really don't like receiving stuff for free.
Neither do I.
So.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Well, you say why?
Yeah, because people, it's the expectation of giving something in return, which is like if I like it, I'm gonna wear it on my time.
Yes.
And when I get to it, I'm not gonna be like, okay, let me go do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Specifically so I can like post this or whatever. So it's just if I get something for free and I wear it, I'll tag it. I'll say thank you.
Right.
But I don't want the pressure or the expectation of doing anything for something that I didn't ask for.
Totally.
Number one.
Totally. I will never forget. And this was like years ago. Somebody had like DM'd me and they were like, hey, can I send you whatever? And let's say it was sunglasses.
Yeah.
I think it was sunglasses. And they sent it to me and they didn't say, can you post or whatever? They just sent it to me. And then they hit my DMs like every day, like, when are you going to post? When are you going to tag? When are you going to post? When are you going to post? So I said, let me send it back.
Right.
I don't want the shit.
Right.
Like you're harassing me.
Right.
For giving me something for free. And we didn't have an arrangement like that.
Right.
I was going to post it and tag you out kindness of my heart.
Right.
So anyway, and I'm all here for helping like the upstarts.
Right.
Like
right.
the up and coming vendors. I'm here to help y'all.
Yeah.
But like you can't harass me.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. So I said,
And
let me send it. Wait a minute. I said, let me send it back. And she was like, oh, no. You can keep it. You can keep it. I was like, yeah, I don't mind sending it back at all.
Right. Because you want to, it's not that you wouldn't post when you wear it, but I don't want it to be like, okay, let me go put this on and take a picture specifically so I can post this.
Right.
You know, you want it to be, it should be more organic and authentic. Just as them reaching out should have been authentic.
Totally. So Christian, feel free to say, I'll send you my address. It's going to be in your DMs. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to Scott Disick because that's my guy.
Oh,
I don't know Scott Disick, but I just feel like that's just my guy. Because like, how can you not like Scott? He's been through a lot. If you've seen any of the Kardashians, he's the father to 3 of Kourtney's children, right? Kourtney.
Mm-hmm.
So in one of the latest episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that I didn't see, I just saw the clip.
I was about to say, this still comes on and you still watch it?
I just saw the clip, okay? And it touched me.
This really still comes on?
It's still on. It touched me because Chris is having a birthday party.
They don't even promote it at all.
Yeah.
Do they? Okay.
Well, it's on Hulu. And anyway, Chris is having a birthday party.
Mm-hmm. How old is she turning? Do we know?
No clue.
Okay. She looks fabulous.
The person that doesn't know is Scott because he doesn't get invited anymore to her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just kind of like, wow, like, why are we doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you told me when me and Kourtney first got together that I was your son for life.
Right.
And now that she's married to somebody else who y'all don't really like as much as y'all like me, he didn't say that. I've said that. You don't invite me?
Oh.
Like, so my question is more, forget Scott. My question is more, do you cut ties with the exes when the ex is very much infiltrated into the family and has been around longer than the new person?
Yeah. And in this situation, he's clearly still involved with the family because he's still getting a paycheck from being on this show.
Yes. Right. There's that.
So there's that.
And he has 3 kids. He has 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
The new dude has 1 with Kourtney.
Yeah.
He's been around for 20 years.
Yeah. I think, okay, in this situation, just from what I've observed, right, like Kris Jenner is kind of like a mother figure to Scott.
Totally.
And both of Scott's parents passed away.
Yeah.
Few years ago.
A long time ago. Maybe 10 years. Maybe 10.
No.
A minute
I don't think
ago.
It was that long. Well, unless time. Well, I mean, time flies. I don't think it was 10 years.
8. Let's say 8.
Sure.
Okay.
So in this situation, I think they should have invited him. Like,
yes.
I mean, he's been a part of. She has been a important part of his life. But I mean, I can see where it is kind of like
it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awkward. But the other part, I don't know how Scott and Kourtney's relationship or Scott and the relationship with Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know that dynamic.
True.
I think we need to understand that.
Yeah.
To really understand,
to really have an opinion.
Invited.
I just feel like in this situation, this is tough.
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to put it in my. Okay.
Me too. I'm trying to put it in my perspective.
So Juan, my mom has been a mother figure to Juan.
Totally.
So if
for 20 plus years, 20, almost
28
30
years,
28 years, right?
28 years. So if 5 years down the road we're not together, I'm remarried, I have a baby.
Yeah,
this is fantasy. Some Game of Thrones.
This is so not fantasy.
Shit.
So not fantasy. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, but let's just say because this would be a perfect example.
Yeah.
Right. What happens at dinner?
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
I think I would be okay saying, like, Mom, feel free to invite Juan, and it's on Juan if he feels comfortable being here
Right.
with me and
your new boo.
my new husband and my baby.
And your new little girl called Robina.
Yeah.
Listen!
The little girl that he always wanted.
Oh, wait. I think Juan would bow out. I think Juan would be like, hell no.
Right.
I don't want to see that dude.
Right.
I don't like
I
him.
can't take it. I can't handle it.
Yeah. And the baby ain't cute. Oh my gosh, the hateration would be real.
Right.
Woo!
So I think I would put it on him. So
Okay.
I think that's
but
what
he
they
would
should
be
have done.
invited.
Yes.
Okay. And that's, I think that would be fair. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, Juan has been around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Scott's been
It's
around
like a
forever.
similar situation.
Yeah, Scott needs to be
Yeah.
invited to all family activities.
Yeah.
The end.
Okay.
And not Courtney's activities, because they do birthdays
Right.
together and all that. Not Courtney stuff,
Yeah.
but like Chris's stuff for sure.
Yes, because if their child had a birthday party,
Yeah.
Scott should be invited.
Of course.
Be at his child's birthday party.
Yeah, with the new dude,
Right.
all that. Yeah.
So I just feel like Chris was, and I'm sure she probably, I don't know, unless Chris and Scott don't have a good relationship anymore.
They do.
They
And
do.
Scott was
Okay.
kind of like,
Yeah.
what's tea? Like, why are you acting different towards me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
So what was
appreciate the
her
conversation.
reason?
She was like, "Oh, Scott, I don't know." She beat around the bush.
Yeah.
But I feel like when a relationship ends,
Yeah.
we all have to be adults,
Yeah.
especially when there's children involved.
Right.
And if somebody moves on, they move on.
Mhm.
And I always take the example of Bruce Willis, because
Mhm.
Bruce seemed to be very comfortable with Demi's new people,
Yeah.
Ashton or whoever else she was with.
Right.
Like Bruce just seemed to be
Yeah.
like, I still want Demi in my life in a great way.
Because she's the mother of my kids.
3
Yeah.
girls. So I will accept whatever is going on because we're moving on.
Right.
I just felt like that was so, and I don't know the dynamics about this at all, but it looked like the perfect picture.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Speaking of, and I know this is a roundabout, let's just talk about Sean P. Diddy Combs one more time.
I feel like we're going to be talking about him a lot.
I'm sick of
'Cause we're
talking
just at
about
the-
him.
But we're just at the tip of
But
the
I'm
iceberg.
sick of my timeline.
I know.
It's just him and
I
him
know.
and him and him and all the accusations and him and
I
him.
know.
I'm done.
I know. I agree,
Yeah.
but I think we're going to be hearing a lot. Now there's like someone's trying to put together a class action lawsuit.
Yeah. We talking about the 100 people?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I was in a music video.
No, Robyn, you're not.
Oh, no. Okay.
Robyn,
No, I
your
wasn't.
2 seconds in the P. Diddy music
Bad Boy for
video,
Life.
Bad
Yes.
Boy for
You
Life,
can
that
do
you did 100 years ago, you are not
I don't
involved.
qualify? Okay.
You do not
All right, I'm
qualify.
sorry. All right, I'm not trying to make light of people who like, really
Yes,
were
we're not making light of the
abused
victims.
by this man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just,
Yes. Well,
hmm.
I do feel like,
See, I want to know. This is one of those where I'm like, tell me more.
oh, you want more.
I want to know more.
You're
I want like,
insatiable.
yes, I want to know the details. Because did you see now there's like, there's like a video of him in like with some high profile
Yes.
person.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of videos
right.
with high profile Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I'm like, tell me more.
Allegedly.
Who is it? I want to know.
Yes.
Like, so I'm not sick of it yet.
Okay. All right. Well, my timeline is sick of it.
Really?
Because listen, after the guy, what killed me was the attorney
Mm-hmm.
that I guess is over the class action. And he was giving accounts of some of the people, like
Okay.
some of their stories.
Yeah.
After we heard about the 9-year-old boy,
Oh,
that
I didn't hear-
situation.
What? I didn't hear this. Okay. See, I guess I didn't.
Are you behind?
I guess my timeline is not refreshed.
We heard about that allegedly, and then and then some girl was like, she was at a party, she woke up, her butt was torn, her vagina was torn. I'm like, okay, I've had enough.
Okay, you see, I don't want that.
That's what I've been getting.
Okay, so
in my
what-
timeline.
Okay, so I haven't seen any of that. What I don't really I don't want to see the accusations. I want the facts.
You want the facts?
I want to know what this
the video.
the DA people, right? I want to know what's on the videos.
Yeah.
What the actual what they seized in the raid, the FBI. Like I want to know when it goes to trial, like all that
Yeah.
legit information.
Okay.
Because right now, anybody can say anything. Like I just said, like, oh yeah, I was in a video, so I could be like, oh yes, when I was in the video, this happened. And
Did anything happen inappropriate?
no.
Okay.
There was this one guy who like kept pouring water on me. And I was like, dude, stop.
Was it baby oil or was it water?
It was
Which
water.
one?
It was water. It was like water. He was like pouring water.
But
from
that
the
was,
hot tub on me.
but he was supposed to, right?
I mean, we were supposed to. Yeah, that was like action. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
action. And then he's like pouring the water on my chest.
And you were like, oh, it feels so
yes,
good.
I'm like, ooh.
Yes, Robyn and her video. I want y'all to look it up and see. Are you in it? Can we find you if we look it up?
Yeah.
Oh, I want y'all to look it up. And
I don't think you find the guy pouring water, but you could see the guy like standing next to me with the glass.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm here for
Yeah,
that.
you'll see me like twice.
Ooh, ooh.
In the
Okay,
hot tub.
and Bad Boy for Life.
Bad Boy for Life.
Okay.
You never saw it?
I've seen that video, sure.
But
you
never
in the
saw me
video.
it? Okay.
I'm gonna see a million times because people are gonna DM it to me after they hear this. Totally.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our girl Beyonce. Beyonce got shut out
Yes.
of the Country Music
Of
Awards.
the Country Music Awards. No nominations.
Not one nomination.
Not one.
Not even for the song that she did with Dolly. Not the song she did with Miley Cyrus.
That one, I think, definitely should have
Jolene?
been something. No, Miley.
No.
Miley.
Yes.
Worlds.
Yes. But she got her Levi's commercial.
Right?
You can cool best believe she got
she got
her
Levi's.
Levi's commercial.
Commercial
Yes.
partnership.
I love it all.
sponsorship, Whatever.
I love it.
Yes.
And I wonder if, okay, you know how she took her pants off in the commercial
Mm-hmm.
and she put them in the washing machine. Now,
Mhm.
I did not know this was a remake of a
Of something that really happened? Oh, I didn't know.
No. It's a remake of one of Levi's original commercials.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
And it was a guy that took off his pants and he threw it in the washing machine and all the ladies were like peering over the their newspapers like, ooh.
Oh.
So
I didn't put that together.
it was like a side by side that I
Okay.
saw on my timeline
Okay.
after I scrolled through P. Diddy
P.
Combs.
Diddy, yes.
So she has on these little boy shorts or
Yeah.
boxers or whatever. Those are so cute. Are
Yeah.
those Levi's?
I don't know what those were.
So cute.
Yes.
I want
was-
those.
Right. I was wondering, what is that?
Yeah.
Are they Skims? No.
Not Skims creeping up into the Levi's commercial. By the way, there's a Skims in Georgetown.
But
are
we
go
done
ahead.
talking about Beyonce and
Okay,
her
no.
lack of
I just,
nominations?
my brain was all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, that was a travesty.
I mean, right. It was shocking, but as I think about it, I'm like,
I think it was
the album was positioned too pop. It's like too much pop. It's
Pop-
not like
pop
when you
country?
listen. Yeah, when
Okay.
you listen to the album, it's like I don't think it's a straight country album, and I don't know, but I still feel like
No,
they
but
could
there's
pull
songs.
songs out.
yes,
Right, they could pull something out. They could pull even I don't even know the categories. Like a collaboration, the one with her and Miley.
Yeah.
for sure, Miley Cyrus. So I don't know.
I think they want to
they-
prove a point,
Yeah, and they proved it.
and I think it was on purpose, intentional, and screw them.
Yeah, I think they're like, okay, just because you call it country, you can't just roll up in here
Right.
and we're going to be like, oh yes, here's this country album. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, and I think
But like it should be there should be something to who got more airplay, who got more demand
Right.
like calls to play the music.
right.
What's that called? On
I don't
demand?
know.
I don't know.
Streams? I don't
Streams
know.
or something. Like
Down-
who's getting
Lis-
that?
Listens? I don't know. Yeah.
Popularity. Like there's no category for that?
Right.
Um
Yeah, that is.
yeah,
that was,
but
that
I
was
don't
a
think
snub.
does she want to win an award? Does she care? I doubt it.
Well, after hearing Jay-Z at the Grammys when he kind of like called them out for her never winning record of the year, I
Oh,
think it is important to them.
Okay. Okay.
know?
Yeah.
I think at least
So
okay, it's not even about winning the award. She wasn't
she
nominated.
wasn't even
for
nominated.
any.
She wasn't even nominated.
That's like so I think it's like not being nominated means you're not being recognized by this, award show
yeah.
for your work.
For you're not being recognized from the industry.
Yeah.
The country music
And
industry.
and I feel like some of the stuff, some of her press surrounding this album, she would say stuff kind of like almost feeling like she had something to prove in that industry.
Yeah.
You
I can't
know?
wait for Jay-Z's new speech.
Right.
'Cause he's going to give it to him.
Right.
Country music, Jay-Z's coming for you.
So it'll be interesting what happens with the Grammys. Because I think people thought when she made Cowboy Carter that this would have been the album that would have put her in record of the year contention because it was
Oh.
country and you
know what's so crazy? I feel like Renaissance should have gotten it.
I agree.
Who won over Renaissance?
Taylor Swift.
Boo! No shade to Taylor, but boo!
Yes.
Boo!
Taylor Swift.
Oh. No, definitely. I mean, Renaissance is so crazy because, you know, when I was on my work convention. Go ahead.
Taylor Swift is still on tour.
Yeah, that's really weird.
That same tour that was happening when Beyonce was on tour.
2 years ago.
She's still touring.
She's still on tour. She's still making that money. I'm not mad at her. Like, make your money. Have a great relationship with your boyfriend. I'm here for all the Taylors.
But I guess that puts it in perspective. She's been on tour a whole year longer than Beyonce.
Yeah.
And she's still selling out stadiums. So I think that perspective, when you think about that tells us how big she is.
Well, but no, like if Beyonce did another round, she'd sell out again.
No
question about. I'd be there. I'd be sitting right there. Right. I
don't know.
With my silver on.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm not there.
Okay, I would.
I'm really mad though that Renaissance movie has not made it to like Netflix yet.
Because you didn't go see it?
Yeah.
It was so good. I saw it twice.
I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I wanted to watch it on my couch.
Did she do it for Netflix? Was it Netflix?
I don't know who she did it for, but I really just assumed it would make it to a streamer eventually.
It will. Don't worry. She gonna get her money. She's working out that deal right now.
So? Okay.
Jay's working out his speech to cuss out country music.
Okay.
She's working out the Netflix deal to get the Renaissance over there.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about Drake and LeBron James.
Okay, what'd they do?
They unfollowed each other.
They did?
They unfollowed each other.
Well, do we know that they were following each other?
Yes.
So why they unfollow each other? What happened?
Because there's a feud
about
in the basketball rap world.
The basketball rap world.
Let's see. It says that Drake decided to clean house on his Instagram account.
Okay.
This is what we're attributing this to. Drake really?
Okay.
So he to kick off the new month of October, and the internet detectives noticed that late last night, this was a couple nights ago, the rapper unfollowed several people on IG, including LeBron James. And, you know, they had been friends for years. Drake was always at his house. He was always playing basketball with Bronny.
What?
Drake was going to Bronny's basketball games.
That's because he was boning up. Never mind.
Yep. No, say he was having sex with Bronny's teammates' mothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that, or you just knew where I was going?
I knew. Because we saw the girl once and she disappeared.
Oh,
right?
really?
Didn't we see the girl on Instagram like one time and she disappeared?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
There's whispers that the friendship has been strained after LeBron and his wife appeared at Kendrick's pop-out show Juneteenth. And so Drake has been in his feelings.
Feelings.
Unfollowed LeBron and Savannah.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Kendrick totally disrespected Drake and took his soul.
He snatched that soul right out of his body.
He did. But meanwhile,
back at the ranch,
Drake's tour, It's All a Blur. This is courtesy of our friend Jarrell, who was, defending Drake last week.
Yeah.
It extends its record as the highest grossing rap tour in history.
He's still on tour? Him and Taylor.
$320 million from 1.325 million tickets sold in 80 shows.
What?
So all that hating you're doing on Drake, where I'm like, he should be the Super Bowl person instead of Kendrick, and Kendrick's only on the Super Bowl because of Drake, blah, blah, blah. I mean, numbers don't lie.
Okay, but
numbers don't lie.
But let's just get back to LeBron and Drake.
Okay.
What do you think it's really about? Because it can't be about the fact that they like Kendrick. Because everybody who likes Kendrick, Drake is
okay.
Everyone likes Kendrick, so Drake will have no friends.
Yeah, but if they went to his show,
yes.
So if they're
not like us.
If Drake,
not like us.
If Drake and LeBron are as cool as they're saying they were, or whatever, they hang out, whatever, they were buddies, and they went to Kendrick's show,
yes.
No, that's a problem.
You went to people's shows that I don't like.
Who?
Think about it. And I wasn't like, I'm not Robyn's friend anymore. And I didn't unfollow you.
You know what?
I was like, go Robyn.
But I was already friends with that person.
It doesn't matter. Like I didn't take offense. I didn't say, "Oh my God, I need to unfollow Robyn because she went to go see Dryback." I don't need to,
Not the same.
It's very much the same.
It is not. Kendrick Lamar put out a whole entire diss track, like 4 diss songs.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know. People got to pick and choose their friends, and because you're friends with people I don't like doesn't mean I'm not your friend.
I mean, I get that.
I'm just saying.
People
People need to grow up.
Kendrick Lamar's whole show was based on the fact that he dissed Drake.
Yeah, because they not like us.
Right. So if it wasn't about him playing that song 5 times,
yes,
he's dissing Drake, and that song, like, he performed because he was hot because he dissed Drake.
I understand that totally. But so was LeBron supposed to go and like not dance? Was he supposed to go and like not have fun?
Just don't go.
Drake,
Just
grow
don't
up.
go.
I want Drake to grow up.
If somebody made a whole diss track,
yeah,
4 diss tracks about you,
yeah,
and then I show up and they're singing it,
and you're singing it too,
I
might unfollow you. I'm unfollowing Robyn. Okay, fine. Now that you put it like that, yeah, you get an unfollow.
Okay,
and a block.
Right.
Reasonably Shady is over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Very true.
See, now you get it.
Okay, I get it now.
Okay.
All right, but I mean, Drake's gonna have to come outside because he's been hiding for a very long time, and I had no idea he was still on tour. That's so wild to me.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Unless it's, I don't know, but the people want to see Drake.
Okay. Well, Nicki did another run.
I know.
Like she what do you call it? She
double back.
Yeah. She rounded the block. She
I don't know.
Circle back. I don't know. Whatever. She came back through again because she came to DC again.
She did.
Yeah.
She did like her whole tour.
Yeah. I'm not. Listen.
When
you hot, get it.
Yeah.
Yes. Get your coins. Drake, you might need
stack
to
that money.
Stack it up. Because do you think we'll ever know what her Nicki's baby's name is?
No.
She's never gonna tell us. But he's gotta like get a job, right? So like eventually we need to know what his name is.
Maybe somebody will reveal it at some point. But
when he's 18.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't think she's gonna tell us.
No. So we just gonna call him Papa Bear forever?
Yeah, I kinda like that though.
I know.
I think that's cool. Never mind.
No. Tell me.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know your name. Are you gonna say, well, really, Gizelle, you don't know my name either. Robyn Dixon is not my name. How them boys doing?
My boys?
Yeah.
They're great.
They're great? Okay.
They're great.
They started school. They're acclimated.
Yes. They're in school. They're, they don't give me a whole lot. Like everything is just, it's cool.
Oh,
that's all I get.
Okay.
Like that's
and Carter's in the
Carter is
9th grade.
Well, we reclassified Carter.
Okay, so he's
repeating the 8th grade.
Okay,
same thing we did with Corey, which gives me a whole nother year with my kids.
So he and girlfriends?
No,
little girls that he likes?
No,
no. He hasn't mentioned.
No.
Okay,
no.
It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
All right, we have to get out of here, guys. We love y'all so much. Don't ever forget to live your life either reasonable or shady.
Or both.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching Reasonably Shady on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe.
Yes. And for all things Reasonably Shady, click below. More stuff.